Jeeve, it is my pleasure to be speaking to you today from the newly refurbished Sexton's house in Manorhamilton. This project is one of many delivered under Leitrim's Peace IV action plan with funding managed by the Special EU Programmes body. Back in 2016, the Special EU Programmes body approved just over 1.8 million to Leitrim County Council to implement its Peace IV action plan. The implementation of the Peace IV plan is a continuation of Leitrim's commitment to the Peace Initiative by providing investment and support to building community relations, support for our young people, and creating awareness on the importance of peace and reconciliation on the island of Ireland. Over the next 20 minutes or so, you will get a glimpse of the brilliant work carried out by our delivery partners, the Leitrim Development Company and the North Leitrim Women's Centre, and the development workers who are on the ground supporting and providing opportunities for people. Projects focused on promoting greater understanding between communities, cross-border connections and good citizenship. You will also get to look at the 3 projects completed under the Shared Spaces programme. The Peace IV programme has community at its core, and at no time is this more important than now. As we emerge from over a year of restrictions, communities reconnecting will be an important part of a return to normality. The investment by the Peace IV programme into the upgrade of Kiltaclara Community Centre and the provision of 2 new community spaces in Mohill and Manorhamilton will provide focal points for people to meet and reconnect. Gur míle maith agam.
Under the Children and Young People programme, we aim to enhance the capacity of young people to form new and positive relationships with others of a different background. The Peace IV programme funded a number of projects, delivering activities in sport, music, art, dance, photography, filmmaking, leadership training and community participation. Music Generation Leitrim and the ETB worked with musicians and teachers from the Royal Academy in Enniskillen and Carrigallen Secondary School to deliver a cross-border ukulele project. Foróige delivered a peace learning project in which young people engaged in social media and film workshops to explore the conflict in Northern Ireland, cultural and religious diversity, and the development of respect and understanding for diversity. 43 young people completed the Leadership for Life programme, which will enable them to develop the skills and qualities necessary to be effective leaders and use these skills for the betterment of their community. The Connect and Respect project was delivered by Leitrim County Childcare Committee as part of the Diversity programme. It involved 80 children from after-school services, aged 6 to 12 years, and dealt with feelings of empathy, emotional literacy, and gaining tools in conflict resolution through the medium of art, games, and activities. The second part of the Diversity programme was rolled out by North Connacht Youth and Community Services in their Same Difference programme. It explored the theme of divergence and similarity through the mediums of dance, film and sound, allowing participants to draw on their own experiences and perceptions. The Leitrim Development Company led out a programme to tackle issues associated with antisocial behaviour. The As One programme worked with young people from the age of 6 to 14 years from 4 housing estates within the county. Youth project worker Frances Sweeney, funded by Peace IV, provided these young people with the opportunity to engage in a wide range of activities to help develop their skills and learn about the different cultures living in their estates. The cross-border Sports for Peace project was rolled out by the Centre for Sports Enterprise from the Ulster University. 120 young people from 4 soccer clubs in Leitrim and Fermanagh took part in this programme, which developed skills for sport, communication and building confidence, as well as promoting diversity, trust and positive relations. Over 500 young people participated in our programmes, which allow them to come together to raise awareness on the importance of peace and reconciliation and develop greater levels of understanding on issues such as bullying, racism, anxiety and diversity. Projects focused on positive citizenship, working together within communities, recognising, understanding and dealing with emotions of conflict and stress.
An Corio Hortu a bheith mar Cudgeon Kelleru Shaw, Gachawal Buncha Mark Treach and Clar Peace IV Shaw. I'd like to congratulate Leitrim County Council and its many partners on the important peace building projects that you've successfully delivered over the last few years. We here in the Executive Office are proud to have supported this important project along with the Department of Rural and Community Development. And your work under the themes of children and young people, shared spaces and services and building positive relations has been a catalyst for bringing people from different traditions and community backgrounds together. The projects delivered have supported communities right throughout the border area to learn and socialise in an inclusive and a supportive environment. Hundreds of young people and children have participated in these initiatives, and I'm delighted that other funding streams are now being used to continue the great work that has been started through this Peace IV programme. This work will surely benefit future generations. It has contributed to peace building in a very real and a sustainable way. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Council and its project partners who have helped deliver the action plan. And many thanks also to those who have participated in the projects offered by the Council for your commitment and all that you've achieved through this programme. Mai Shiv gach danya vi bunchak lesh agus goramila mayagaf as okborg nirakti sohi nis sechanta agus nis einte ha a hogail a mahan shaw.
Hello everyone. I'm really pleased to celebrate with you the closing event of the Leitrim Peace IV Action Plan. And firstly, I'd like to thank the Leitrim Peace IV Partnership and Leitrim County Council for inviting me to speak to you today. Over €1.8 million was allocated to the action plan for Leitrim under the Peace Programme, and this funding was matched by my department. The action plan itself has had a hugely positive impact on its participants, and it would not have been possible without the project partners including Leitrim Development Company and North Leitrim Women's Centre. The physical presence of the newly built and refurbished spaces in Kilty-Clogher, Manorhamilton and the extension to the library in Mohill will be a reminder of the hard work and dedication of all those involved in the development and delivery of this action plan. These spaces will be used to promote positive relations characterised by respect and cultural diversity, where people can live, learn and socialise together. Congratulations and well done to everyone involved, and I look forward to seeing this good work continuing under the new Peace Plus programme.
The Building Positive Relations team aimed to promote respect, cultural diversity and understanding between people from different communities and backgrounds. 6 projects were rolled out under the Building Positive Relations team, supporting minority communities and rural communities along the border region in North Leitrim. Just over 11% of the population of County Leitrim are non-Irish nationals. The Leitrim Development Company were granted funding for a development worker, Osa Olabi, to deliver a programme which focused on promoting integration through education and training programmes, cultural festivals and participation in wider community events. Leitrim County Council received funding for development worker Tony Ogle, who delivered a series of cross-community events and activities to build better interfaith relations by bringing communities together, exploring different faiths and traditions and creating opportunities for people of all backgrounds to come together to build good relations and fellowship that cuts across all faiths and cultures. The North Leitrim Women's Centre delivered 2 projects under the Peace IV plan. The first, delivered by the Women's Centre Project Coordinator Assumpta Kelly, was a living history project, events around women's suffrage. History was brought to life in an original one-act play, Extraordinary Times, Extraordinary Women. The play remembered and celebrated the achievements, commitment and courage of the women involved in the campaign for women's rights and the right to vote. Further second project, funding was received for development worker Isabel Cleary to deliver a cross-border capacity building programme to address issues encountered by rural women who have been geographically and socially isolated along the border. Women Along the Border got underway with a talk on how women across continents and history tell their stories through the art of stitching. The group decided to make their own story quilts. Participants learned new skills: felt work, rope and jewellery making, peg loom weaving, to produce 7 unique handmade quilts depicting communities on both sides of the border in North Leitrim. Each quilt tells a story about characters and places in the community. The story quilts were completed in May 2019 and had their first public viewing in Belcoo in June. The quilts have been on display at the main council offices in Carrick-on-Shannon, Leitrim County Library, Ballinamore, and at various festivals in the communities they depict. They had just gone on display in Enniskillen Library in February 2020 when it had to close due to COVID-19. The Leitrim Development Company received funding for a Community Arts Engagement Officer, Kate McCarthy, to work with the communities of Kilty Clogher and Cashel and deliver a series of workshops, walks, heritage events and sports activities. The project developed a mobile app and online resource charting local sites of interest and historical significance along the border of Kilty Clogher in Leitrim and Cashel in County Fermanagh. The map links with video recordings of stories from older members of both communities on the places and people associated with them, stories that would otherwise have been lost. This project was also linked to the shared space funding, which provided $115,000 for refurbishment works at the Kilty Clogher Community Centre. The refurb included new sports equipment, which broadened the use of the hall in the community centre to include basketball and badminton. It also funded a state-of-the-art projector and 10-foot screen, which has been used by the Film Club for a number of projects. The Remembering Leitrim War Dead World War I Memorial Project was delivered by Leitrim County Council. There were 3 phases to this project. Following a consultation and facilitation process, a working group was set up to oversee the memorial project. This involved a series of lectures, art and heritage workshops, a pop-up museum visiting various locations around the county, and a historical field trip. The official project closing marked the launch of the first definitive online list of Leitrim's war dead from World War I, which is facilitated by Leitrim Local Studies Library Service. The final phase of the programme was the capital element. Memorial benches were inscribed and installed at 3 locations around the county: outside the Cornmill Theatre, Carrigallen, and at our other 2 shared spaces in Manorhamilton and Mohill.
I am delighted to be here today to mark the end of the current Peace IV programme in Leitrim. This marks the culmination of 5 years' work by the Leitrim Peace IV Partnership, an active committee of Leitrim Community Development Committee. The Leitrim Peace IV Action Plan included a very ambitious shared spaces and services programme. Following a period of consultation in 2017, the Partnership Committee agreed 3 capital projects in the county: the refurbishment of Kilty Clogher Community Centre, a refurbishment and extension to the old Sexton's house to create a much needed cross-community space in Manorhamilton, and an extension of a community room to Mohill Library. Residents living in the border region of Kilty Clogher and Cashel remained very much alienated from each other due to the divisive effects of the Northern Ireland conflict. Despite supports from Peace III funding projects from both communities, cross-community engagement remained limited. Refurbishing and reviving the community centre presents a new opportunity for the 2 communities to come together in a revived civic space to participate collectively in shared activities and events that will strengthen relationships and break down barriers. The inception of this idea came from the people of Mohill, when, during the consultation process held in 2017, a strong need was identified for more meaningful ongoing community work in Mohill, but a lack of community space was highlighted as an issue. Following a number of public meetings, the extension of a peace room to Mohill Library was seen as an ideal location for a cross-community space, which would also enhance the streetscape of Mohill Town Centre. In order to ensure the delivery of this project, Leitrim County Council agreed to provide matched funding, and An Seomra Cairdis was completed in partnership with the special EU programmes body. Additional funding was also approved under Peace IV for an upgrade to the toilets in the main library. Prior to construction commencing, an archaeological excavation was completed on site, and the remains of a turret from Mohill Castle dating back to the 17th century were uncovered. Leitrim County Council have worked with the Department of Heritage, the archaeologist and the building contractor on site to preserve this important find and acknowledge the historical significance of the site. Leitrim County Council provided funding to facilitate energy efficiency works to the main library and an upgrade to the library's sensory room. Funding was also received from the library's programme for a Tuver Tafel or Magic Table, which is a fun care innovation designed for use by people with dementia, autism and learning disabilities. Its central location beside Áras Carlin Nursing Home and the local primary and secondary schools means An Seomra Cairdis and Mohill Library will be a focal point for the communities of Mohill and surrounding areas in years to come. I would encourage groups from Mohill and surrounding communities to visit An Seomra Cairdis, see what it has to offer and make use of this excellent community facility.
Hello, my name is Pauline Brennan, and as Leitrim County Librarian, I would like to welcome you to the recently refurbished Mohill Library. The library building has been redesigned to meet the specific and diverse needs of the people of Mohill and the surrounding areas. As you can see, the building has been transformed into this bright, inviting and inspiring public space. The library will share this space with the Seomra Cairdis and be a community space for all to enjoy. It will act as a hub for access to educational, cultural and information resources. While the library houses a wide collection of books in a variety of formats for adults, teenagers and children, and provides access to a number of public PCs, it will also host workshops, presentations and exhibitions, and will encourage book clubs, writing groups and creatives to use and enjoy the bright, airy space. Library membership is free and provides access to not only the physical collection, but also to our range of online services. The way people are using libraries is changing as fast as technology is changing. Increasingly, libraries are becoming a place for creation and collaboration in a neutral space. Our hope is that this space will become a hive of activity for community engagement and that it will be very much at the heart of the community here in Mohill and be used and enjoyed by all. The Seomra Cairdis, as you will see, provides a bright and welcoming community space. We hope that this space will be seen as a space for all in the community to visit, relax and enjoy. A space where people can meet and connect and enjoy this unique facility. It will also provide an out-of-hours space for groups in the community who wish to hold meetings. We are absolutely delighted to have a dedicated sensory room here as part of Mohill Library. While careful consideration has been given to making the library space itself as sensory friendly as possible, this additional space will ensure that library users with sensory issues can avail of a much needed, calm and safe space where they can deal with different stimuli and experience the benefits of such a space. Many people are familiar with the use of sensory rooms for those on the autistic spectrum, but the room can also be used by those with a variety of developmental challenges in the areas of communication, movement and balance, and social skills. This room aims to provide a low-stress and fun environment where users can work through their emotions and reactions to certain stimuli. We are also lucky enough to have a separate meeting room facility. The plan is to include a Tuver Tafel or Magic Table in this space.
As chairperson of Mohill Libraries An Seomra Cairdis, I am delighted to showcase the new extension funded under the Peace IV Shared Spaces and Services programme. Mohill Library has been a very important asset to Mohill and the surrounding areas. This extension and upgrade is welcomed by everyone, and as chair of the steering committee, I know how many project meetings and hours of discussion have gone into seeing it completed. The steering committee decided on the name An Seomra Cairdis, or the Friendship Room, as we wanted it to be open and welcome to everyone in our community. By asking the children from all the local national schools to design a logo for the sign, we wanted them to take ownership of their community library. The standard of design submitted by the young people was excellent, and the winning entry by Abby Hewson was further developed by local graphic designer Mustard Design. I must commend local builders Porrick Bohan Construction and the project supervisor Francis Davitt, who worked closely with Leitrim County Council to deliver this project, especially under the difficult circumstances of the last year. I would also acknowledge the work of my colleagues on the steering committee who have been involved in this project since the beginning and given of their time voluntarily. New members and ideas are always welcome to develop An Seomra Cairdis into a vibrant community space. The extension to Mohill Library will be a major boost to the people of Mohill and the surrounding areas, and I want to thank the special EU programmes body and Leitrim County Council for investing in this project. In the coming months, as we return to normality and the libraries are allowed to reopen, I would invite everyone in our community to visit An Seomra Cairdis, have a cup of tea, read a newspaper, or have a chat with someone. Let's make the most of this fantastic asset here on our doorstep. Gurramila Mahagav.
Hello, my name is Rita Day, and I am the chairperson of the Sexton's House Steering Committee. The seedlings of this project go as far back as 2015, and the vision of having a shared community space to the rear or garden of the existing Sexton's House. Looking back at that patch of ground, it is hard to believe that such a modern, beautiful structure would be possible and to blend the old and the new so seamlessly. Of course, the setting next to the walls of the historical and very much intact Star Fort all add value to the presence of this site and of this structure. Whenever we think back to tenders for funding, archaeologist reports, architectural drawings, quantity surveyor reports and approval committee meetings, there could have been so many stumbling points. To give up, to concede, but for nearly 6 years the pursuit of a hall continued. As we walk around the hall today, we can see the beautiful railings, the floor-to-ceiling glass walls and doors, the landscaped garden, the modern frames, the garden roof, and the spacious, airy interior with high ceilings and a sense of space, accommodating around 80 people. With every great architectural achievement, it should be as if the building has always been here. I would like to suggest that this building was meant to be here as a symbol of peace and prosperity for the town of Manorhamilton. There is a long list of people to thank, but these include Special EU Programmes Body, Leitrim County Council, with a very special thanks to Suzanne Duffy, Marion McGovern, Councillor Sean McDermott and Tony Ogle, Architect and Project Supervisor Ian Pudney and Builder Paul Gallagher. A special thanks to Therese Hogg from Blue Zebra, the Church of Ireland, with the support of Bishop Farron Glenfield, and of course members of the Sexton's House Steering Committee for all their hard work and the wider community. We have been planning a programme of events for many years, and I hope to see the groups using the hall in the near future, for the young and for the not so young, from book clubs to gaming, from craft and art to cookery classes. We have seating inside and tables available, as well as a fully functional kitchen. Outside we have a memorial bench and a patio to relax and talk with old friends and new friends. This structure will make a difference to the building of strong community, cross-border and cross-community links for many years to come. I invite you to come and see the building on an open day, whenever society reopens again after the pandemic. I will have the tea and tray bakes waiting for you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for asking me to participate in this special digital event to help mark the fantastic achievements of the Leitrim EU Peace IV Action Plan. And I'd like to recognise the financial and non-financial support for this action plan, which has been provided by the Department of Rural and Community Development in Ireland and the Executive Office in Northern Ireland. It was such a fantastic idea to create a virtual tour of the two shared spaces that have benefited from the EU Peace IV funding within the action plan, and I have no doubt that both the new cross-community hub in Manorhamilton and the extension to the Mohill Library will have a really positive impact upon the local community. I know that a virtual tour is not really what you'd hoped for, but it is providing the local community with a taste of what they can look forward to when the restrictions finally do lift. And congratulations to you all, particularly in navigating this past turbulent year. Even though it has been very difficult, you really have achieved a lot and do have a lot to look forward to. You exceeded your target in engaging young people, and the excellent cross-community and cross-border programmes were a real testament to you. Targets were also exceeded for the number of people participating in one of your 6 building positive relations projects. And you have a very rich history of successfully delivering peace funding across the Leitrim area, and I'm sure many of you are now looking forward to ensure this work continues. And we've been working hard on the development of the new Peace Plus programme. Worth approximately €1 billion, this funding has tremendous potential to help build and strengthen what has been created to date under both the Peace and Interreg programmes. And we've created the content of the new programme following a very extensive and comprehensive stakeholder engagement exercise held early last year. We've also had a public consultation, and we really want to hear your views on the new programme, and full details on that can be found on our website. Again, thank you very much for inviting me to help celebrate your achievements, and I really hope that we will all meet in person in not too distant future in the new facilities. Thank you, take care and stay safe everybody.
It is important to acknowledge the work and support of all those who made the successful implementation of Leitrim's Peace IV Action Plan possible. The special EU programmes body for the funding, guidance and support throughout the Peace IV programme. The Peace IV Partnership Committee and the Assessment Committee did a tremendous amount of work in reviewing and overseeing the delivery of the individual programmes. Our partners, the Leitrim Development Company and the North Leitrim Women's Centre, and the development workers who delivered on the ground. Also to all the organisations who successfully bid for projects. They offer participants an excellent variety in activities and opportunities. I would like to thank the Peace staff of the Community Development Department and the Library staff of Leitrim County Council under the directorship of Mary Quinn. And finally, all the people who participated in and attended events. Without your support, the Peace IV plan would not have been a success. Peace IV is drawing to a close, and we are already preparing for Peace Plus. As we emerge from the pandemic, delivery of a programme which will maintain and contribute to a prosperous and stable Northern Ireland and border region of Ireland is more important now than ever. I look forward to Leitrim's involvement in the next phase of the Peace Initiative. Gur míle maith.